Because this goes on all over the world, right? All different governments have
absolutely
the same stuff going on, right?
I've had a chance to study cases, of course, in France, all over Europe, and in South America, and of course in the U.S.
What's the weirdest case you've ever studied?
I'm not sure weird is the right term for it. The most stimulating from a scientific point of view is a case in France in which a farmer was starting his tractor at 6 o'clock in the morning, and he saw something in his field some distance away, and he thought it was a helicopter or maybe a strange car that shouldn't have been there in his field. Mm-hmm. So he walked over, and all of a sudden he was paralyzed. He saw two small creatures. They were not quite the ones that you have here.
They
were very small, but they had normal heads, and they had normal human features. Uh-huh. But he was paralyzed, and they started speaking to each other in some strange language, went back into the object took off. The interesting thing is that there were traces left. Those traces were studied by various agencies of the French government. There was no question he was not lying. The traces could not be duplicated. And he was paralyzed for 20 minutes after the object left, which is very interesting from the point of view of the effect of the kind of radiation that object may have been creating. And this is a very common report on the part of witnesses, this feeling of paralysis.
In this lavender field in France, a close encounter of the third kind. Farmer Maurice Mas was 30 yards away from a small egg-shaped object. Two small creatures about 3 feet tall were standing in front of a sliding door. When one of them pointed a metallic tube at the witness, he was paralyzed. The humanoids climbed back on board the craft, which promptly disappeared. The patch of ground was left hard, like concrete. Mas could not get lavender to grow there for 7 years.